Midwest region of the United States, we introduce to you the Chocolate Dollar Podcast.
Is that going to drive you nuts?
No, it just messes with my speech.
It's not going to drive my nuts. What?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chocolate Dollar Podcast.
Yeah, best intro ever.
Oh my gosh. Anyways.
Well,
So, how you guys been?
I've been different.
How so?
Your turn, Grant. I don't know. Wait. I gotta think of something before we start this. Otherwise, it's gonna be really awkward.
I just want to mute head.
Okay. Would you rather have a pause button in life or a rewind button?
Definitely rewind.
Rewind.
That physics is damn.
Oh, you can do. Your physics is pretty good.
You guys are cutting out now.
John?
Huh?
Cutting out?
Yeah. Like,
You'd rather have a rewind?
yeah. I'd rather have a rewind.
Just so you could go back and do things that you didn't like before?
Yeah, well, it feels like if you have a rewind button, it feels like you can redo a lot of things that you wish you could have done differently that would help.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, a pause button, I don't know, you would just kind of stay where you're at, which I guess would be nice for a really long time, but I don't know.
What if you could pause and, like, the whole world would pause except you?
Except me.
And think
Well, that'd
you
be
interacted with.
That'd be fun and interesting because then you could mess with people. But
yeah, I think that'd be fun, and then you could always catch up on sleep whenever you want to.
Yeah, that would be nice. But I still feel like the rewind button, because see, with the rewind button, I feel like you can do a lot more than just with the pause button. Because if you want to catch up on sleep, you can just rewind to the moment when you should have gone to bed, go to bed, and then you get your sleep anyways. I mean, you wouldn't be able to mess with people as much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's just, I don't know.
Grant's turn to come up with something to talk about. Oh, well, Noah's currently driving to Pennsylvania. I asked if he wanted to make a cameo on our thing, but he said no.
Oh, he's a bum.
So I told him he's not a real friend, and I sent a nuclear missile to kill him. No. You guys doing anything fun for Easter? Not that it's coming up. I mean,
well, it is. By the time this episode releases, Easter will have been done and gone, and that already happened, as well as April. Hey, there's a subject to talk about. What'd you guys do for April Fool's Day? Did you get any good pranks pranked on you? Did you do any good pranks, or?
I mean, UNL said there was going to be a tornado, right?
nah, and there wasn't.
Was that
It was
like?
guys.
Huh?
Guys outside.
So other than that, there was really nothing.
Yeah, I didn't do anything for April Fools. I don't know.
I'm sure if that was that a prank?
What? The tornado drill?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Don't they do the tornado tests the first day of the month? Or first Wednesday of the month?
I don't remember him ever doing them before.
I mean, that's what I thought, but not like it matters. But we also figured out that... Actually, I don't know if we can say that online. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm a woman.
Having gender reassignment search.
Okay.
Kidding, I'm not a woman anymore.
Okay.
Moving on.
My brother actually got me pretty good with a pretty.
Your brother's a woman?
Huh?
Jeremiah?
Yeah.
What?
He got.
Bam, what'd he do?
He you know how if you when in your phone, if you dial *67 or something like that before the number that you dial, it'll show up as a private number on the other person's caller ID. Well, I spent a majority of the day over at Amanda's house, and so he called me, and it was a private number, and I was really confused. So I went ahead and answered, which I don't know why I answered, because I usually don't answer private numbers, but I did this time. And it was really interesting because he started, in Taken, when Liam Neeson is on the phone and the whole, like, I will find you and I will kill you speech. He started playing that over the phone via the private number, and I didn't know it was him at first, but then I kind of figured it out towards the end, because I was like, I don't know anyone else who would pull this type of prank on me.
What if it
What?
wasn't a prank and you just assume it was Jeremiah? How awkward is that now? Someone's gonna steal your daughter.
Okay. No, it was pretty great. It was that's one of those pranks where like nothing bad really happens. It's just like, I gotcha. It's funny, and it was a joke more than anything. But yeah, and
But hey, at least you did something or got something done to you.
yeah, wasn't all that eventful, but still, it was interesting.
I always feel like if I'm gonna do something, I want it to be funny, but
Yeah.
and like cool and good, but I just don't put enough time and effort into doing something funny.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly. I always thought
I'd say it's something good to do with like family members and good friends.
yeah.
So, like most of the people I'm around every day, I'm not like the best friends with right now. So it's like, okay, well, do I really want to do this? Speaking of which, did I tell you guys about the P disc?
Nope.
Oh, you take a frisbee and flip it over. So it's like kind of like a bowl,
Mhm.
and then you pee in it and freeze it, and then you go to someone's door and then slide this disc of frozen pee under their door, so that the next morning it's just pee on their floor because it will have melted.
What the heck? Why would you? How did you come up? Where'd you find that out? Yeah.
One of my friends told me about it. Like, oh my goodness, I'm not really the kind of guy to do that, but that's the one prank I would do.
That is the one prank you would do.
Watch out.
I've always heard it done with a cookie sheet.
A cookie sheet?
Yeah, 'cause it's thinner.
But there's no lip on a cookie sheet, is there?
Like, yeah, well, like, you know what I'm talking about, like the pans, the really...
Oh, okay, where it has a little bit of a lip around it. Okay, yeah.
Because then it's a lot. Yeah, it is a lot thinner. Then easier to. That's just disgusting, though, man.
I mean, I hope it happens. I just think it'd be funny. But-
Yeah, it would be funny, but golly, that's disgusting.
Maybe it'd be better to do with something like a whole thing of ramen noodles. Just make a bowl of ramen noodles, then freeze it, and then put it in. So someone just wakes up and they have
Ramen noodles in there.
ramen noodles all
No,
over the
it's
floor.
definitely done. Like I think it's a better prank if it's done with pee, but
You're the one who just said that it'd be...
that doesn't mean it's not disgusting. Still, it's just the whole point of a prank is to disrupt something or
Kiss someone.
not specifically kissing somebody, no, but I don't know. I feel like ramen noodles, doing that with ramen noodles wouldn't be quite as interesting as the pee. Probably be a lot less disgusting and still have some sort of like prank worthy aspect to it, but I don't know.
Yeah. So
send something.
So you sent something to me, and I don't know how to open it. That's a really boring story.
That's because it's downloading.
Oh, it's a download. So we're kind of what we like to call ourselves gamers.
Oh, no.
No, we're not, but we pretend to be sometimes. Right.
It's true.
Right now we're slacking off at being gamers. I mean, I did play some Doodle Jump.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm still hitting up the old school kind of games, but Grant with his Hearthstone. But other than that,
Yeah.
I feel like we've been bad. We've been real bad about playing our games.
Yeah, we'll start up hopefully sometime this summer. Got a show. So
Oh gosh, touch me.
I have an interesting hypothetical question to ask you guys that I thought would spark an interesting conversation. If somebody offered you
It might just do that.
Huh? Okay.
Keep going.
If somebody offered you $10,000 to sleep in a coffin for one night, would you guys do it?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my only fear would be maybe suffocating if there's not enough air.
Yeah.
But even then, I feel like that's not that scary. Oh, wait, are you talking about a coffin with someone else in it? Like a dead body?
That's an interesting concept I hadn't thought about, but I get okay. There's
okay.
like different variants of this question. One is it's above ground, and there's no lid on it. You're just sleeping in the coffin for $10,000. That's something I would easily do. Then the other one is like it's above ground, but the lid is closed, and maybe even locked. But you're above ground. The other one is if it was buried a little bit underground. Would you sleep in it for one night? I personally,
you can't be a little bit underground. You're either underground.
Well, completely covered.
Yeah. Like you'd be completely like you wouldn't be a full 6 feet under, but like a foot or something like that. And
so it's not as scary.
Yeah. Well, and there's guarantee that you're going to be dug up in the morning, and you have an oxygen tank with you. Like it's perfectly safe, but you're going to be buried at least a foot underground. Huh?
You're making it too safe.
I feel like I would do that, but then if there was like someone's dead grandma or something in there rotting, maybe that's where $10,000 would come in, because I would be, yeah.
I would have to.
Sure, I guess it'd be a little more comfy, but
no, it wouldn't be more. Okay. No.
Okay, well, that's an opinion thing.
And then I don't know, and then I guess I don't know. I was just curious because that was my mom was going on Facebook the other day, and she came across somebody who asked that question, and I don't know. I thought you guys would have some interesting thoughts about that.
Well, Grant, I feel like Grant, you've been strangely silent on it. You've done it multiple times.
With ladies.
With dead
ladies.
You should just be quiet now. I'm sorry I brought that up. Anyway, so Jonathan, would you do it if there was someone else dead?
If there was someone else dead in there, I wouldn't do it for $10,000. If somebody offered me like $1 million to sleep one night in a coffin and there was a dead body in there, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Fetus. What if there's a P-disc?
If there was a P-disc in the coffin? No, I don't know. That would... well, I don't know. Because it's one night sleeping in a P-disc puddle in a coffin. For a lot of money. And it's like...
Would you feel more comfortable if it were your own P-disc?
If it were my own P-disc? Sure. I'd feel a lot more comfortable. If it was someone else's P-disc, I don't know.
What if it was the dead person's old
The dead person's old P-disc? Ah, gosh.
But they were like someone you knew, so it was all right. Actually, would that be all right, or would you feel safer if there was like someone completely...
I don't think I could do it with a dead body. I honestly don't think I could do it with another dead body in there. That's just disturbing beyond belief.
I would probably throw up, and then I'd be in there with a penis and throw up. That would not be good. Well,
no, yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I thought that was an interesting question, and I was curious what you guys would think about it. Yeah, anyways.
Gosh.
What?
Well, I mean, I know what I'm doing this summer. Anyway.
Are you sleeping in a dead coffin with a dead body, or are you doing P-disc?
There's a live coffin?
A live coffin.
I knew that you guys were gonna... I knew I screwed up the moment I said that. I was like, crap, they're gonna catch me on that. Anyways.
They're more like Grant. When would I ever correct you?
You don't correct me, but you definitely catch a lot of the grammar errors.
Errors. Actually, I did. The one that Noah, we can talk mean and bad about Noah because he's not here. But he always poked and prod at me whenever I said like, "Oh, I'm doing good." It's like, "Oh, you mean you're doing well?"
Yeah.
And oh my god.
Oh, you mean I'm about to punch you in the face?
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna punch you real well in the face. How about that? Not sure if that's good grammar, but what?
They get the point across.
Exactly.
Yep.
But actually, it's kind of funny that he did that so much that I'm pretty good about using, "Oh, well, I'm doing well right now," or something.
Yeah.
And then when other people say it, it's like, what? No, should I bother you about it until you get it right? But it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like one of those things where it's almost become grammatically correct just because of how many people use the
But
word
it's
good.
not.
True.
Well, no, but like it's become a lot more acceptable, and I don't know if that makes sense.
When was it acceptable?
Well, considering that.
You're never got like in trouble.
No, I'm just saying.
For saying
I'm just saying
Go
it's a
ahead,
lot
set
more
it up.
common now for people to just use like say, "Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good," instead of "I'm doing well."
So, Jonathan.
Yes.
Would you rather live in Guam? Well, okay, we're talking temperature-wise.
Okay.
Would you rather live in Guam's climate, which is, I think it's between 78 and 88 degrees almost every single day, but it rains a lot?
Mhm.
Would you like that more? Or anything else?
So it's Guam or anywhere else in the world? Is that the question?
Anything else?
I can
Yeah,
choose.
I'm really bad at these, like, which...
I can choose the anywhere else.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't think that one through.
Well, I'm
Or
curious,
Grand
Ed.
Protect.
What would you be? Curious, Ed. What's your choice?
Actually, that's probably the toughest decision I've ever had to make.
Guam or anywhere else in the
but-
world?
Hopefully, I won't have to choose because Grant will just move to Guam. Do you think that you want to like? Are you good at good enough at camping that when you're going on vacation, you wouldn't mind going somewhere to camp and then keep going rather than staying at a hotel?
So you mean like camp and then the next day moved your campsite, or like?
Like, say you're going across, like you're going from LA to Kansas City or something, so you don't
Okay.
want to do it all in one day. So you drive halfway, and then would you camp in Utah or wherever,
Yeah.
or would you stay in a hotel?
Yeah. No. I mean, camping would definitely probably be the cheaper option. Just like finding a campsite would be the only thing.
Then you have to drive, and you're all nasty.
Well.
But I mean, maybe that'd be better if it was just like you and
Yeah.
silent
if,
Grant.
If it was just me.
Grant, start talking.
Yeah, he's been kind of quiet this podcast.
What are you doing?
It's because he's trying to figure stuff out. You know, okay, speaking of which, Grant, I have something to... Why do you deliberately ignore me in texts or calls or anything like that?
Grant, you have...
Oh,
my
gosh, wow. Okay, so he ends the call. That's... Okay.
God. That's the call.
Anyways.
Grant's what we like to call a sea urchin, aka he's super. Shouldn't say that word. You're stupid. You're stupid. What?
No, it's...
The reason I've been pretty quiet during this Skype session is one, because of the echo I'm getting is horrible, and two, because I have to lean over for the mic to actually pick me up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're-
just when I'm talking, I'm pretty quiet. And
Okay.
I can't hear anything Jonathan's saying because I wanted to say that in one sentence instead of like stuttering through it,
Yeah.
because I can't do the echo.
Oh, hey. Look,
Uh,
somebody's connecting.
I'm trying to.
Oh,
It's probably gonna turn me down.
yeah, probably. Oh, Noah,
Girls.
you're such a bum. Anyways.
Hey, I can invite my sister. Except then that'd just be really awkward. Let's not do.
Okay. Anyway, but so I just had to. It's just kind of interesting because today, I called Noah, or no, not Noah. Excuse me.
What'd you call
I
him?
tried to call Grant to ask if he was going to be on the podcast today, and Eddie answered the phone. And it's funny because anytime I call Grant, very rarely do I actually get Grant when the phone is answered. Usually if the phone is answered at all, it's Eddie. Which
Oh yeah.
is funny in and of itself. But then when I tried to call Eddie today, Grant answered Eddie's phone. Was that intentional, or was that...
It was on accident, even though I told him to do it. It was still on accident.
It wasn't planned or you guys didn't decide to switch phones for the day.
We did, but then we didn't go through with it. Yeah, we switched body.
Okay, that's interesting.
I mean, not like it's a big deal, but
It's actually me, and that's actually Ed.
what would you say? Never mind. I didn't think that one through. Your turn.
Oh, hey Grant, did you hear about the gosh, what was his name? Jeremy Clarkson, the guy from Top Gear, was fired by BBC.
Yeah, that happened, and then the two others stepped down.
Wow, they did?
So
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Even I knew that.
Really?
yeah, so
No, I didn't know that, but
the next season of Top Gear is gonna be weird.
what's Top Gear about?
Cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I was
British.
thinking that.
The British version of the show is like they talk about cars, and it's a car show, really. It's a funny car show. So yeah, they usually like
Okay.
the producers come up with this like task they have to do. So like one of the tasks that comes off of the head, for example, was to create a new ambulance that would navigate streets a lot quicker and yet be able to do everything an ambulance can. So like one of the guys chose to use a hearse, one of the other guys chose to use a Porsche, and just like stuff like that. And so it's just interesting stuff like that.
Oh, a hearse would be sweet. Okay, I know that would be weird to drive around a hearse, but the Ghostbusters did it,
Yeah.
so I think I could do it. Oh my goodness. How cool would a hearse be? Because then you could, like, put all your friends in the back and a surfboard on top, even though we live nowhere near water. But it's still a good, whatever. You feeling me? You picking up what I'm dishing out?
Yeah. Kind of.
You eating the grease off of my plate?
Maybe.
Are you playing Pokemon during the podcast, Grant?
Grant is playing
You're
Pokemon
literally
during
playing
the podcast.
Pokemon.
It's so loud.
Okay, do you guys say it with a hard E? Pokemon?
Pokemon.
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 I kind of pronounce it with like an sound. Pokemon.
Pokemon. Or is it more like Pokemon? Like
Pokemon.
a little bit of Cuban?
I don't know. I actually almost kind of say it like Poka, as in polka dot, and then Pokemon. Like, I don't know. I've never really evaluated how I said words before.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's this one guy that I know who's trying to tell another girl I know that she pronounces her name wrong. And I'm gonna be honest, there's some names that are just kind of weird, but I feel like someone can't tell you're pronouncing your own name wrong.
Like
That's just
Shatid?
kind of weird. Okay. Oh, forgot about Shatid. Woohoo! No, but this guy was literally like, "Oh, that's not how you pronounce your name," and yeah, I can't really say her name because it's, I didn't get her insurance or anything.
Yeah.
Or whatever you have to get for that.
Yeah, her permission, written consent.
Permission. Yeah.
Yep.
But it'd kind of be like if I was like, "Oh, Noah, it's not Noah, it's Noah," or something stupid, or
So-
Grant.
So
No,
this
Grant's
guy. Okay, can you give an example that's like close to her name, so that we kind of know where
No.
we're going off of? Okay.
Nowhere close.
Okay.
Nowhere.
So like, is he? Okay. So from your perspective, is he pronouncing it right, or is she pronouncing it right?
She is.
Okay. Is he like way off base with it, or is?
I'll be honest. It's a he, and it's Barack Obama. That's why I didn't want to say it. It's Barack. It's Barack.
Okay. Okay. That works.
No, it's not. But either way, I mean, it's kind of like if someone's like, "Oh, hi, Eid." I'm like, it's just Ed. It's not Eid. Where are you coming from? Oh, you forgot I was French. Did you forget that we're also having a podcast? We're not playing Pokemon, whatever you want to say. Gosh. How would you play some World of Warcraft? Oh, I heard the best Would You Rather the other day.
What was it?
would you rather play World of Warcraft or die? Like, how awful is that? I just feel so.
Like, just play World of Warcraft in general, or like forever?
Just in general.
Just in general? I'd rather play World of Warcraft. Just in general.
That's the point. It's like just so mean.
Okay.
I've never played it actually. Isn't it an MMO?
Yeah.
Massive online multiplayer.
Grant can
Wait, MOM?
Grant probably knows a lot more about it than I do, and he could probably describe it a lot better.
Well, why isn't it an MOM? Because massive online multiplayer instead of an MMO.
Because then it would be
Massive
mom.
multiplayer online.
It'd be a mom game.
I know. Yeah, then why can't you just say a mom game? I think time to.
Because that type of connotation is really weird. I don't know. That like.
I don't know.
Would you want to say I'm playing a mom game? I'm developing a mom game, or I'm gonna. This game is a mom game. Like, it doesn't really. Carry.
I think that might attract a different crowd, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Guys, Flash. I can sprint.
You can sprint. Good. Wow. But are you ready for the trials? Do you even have Mudkip? It's like the only one you need to know, because it's so cute. Well, the thing I never got about Pokemon was that can't Mudkip be like a dude or a girl too? They're like, it's a species?
Yeah, it's a species.
I always thought it was just like one. It's like, oh, this is oh, I have the Grant. I have Grant or something. There's not multiple Grants. It's just Grant.
Well, there are multiple Grants, but that's besides the point. There's only one Grant King that we know.
Yeah, but I mean, Grant's. What are you, a grass type?
I'm a fire type.
Fire. Ooh.
Are we talking about his Pokemon character, or are we talking about Grant himself?
Both.
So Grant is a fire type in real life.
Jonathan, I feel like you would be a
fairy type.
Wow.
Did we even have to think about that?
Okay, thanks.
Wait, aren't fairy types the only ones that can like do damage to dragons?
You're not wrong.
Hey, I'll take it.
Bam! Wow, I feel like it hurts. So then, who would that make be a dragon type? Not me. I would say Noah, but probably not Noah.
Yeah.
I feel like Noah would be a rock type or something that he'd think was really cool, but
yeah.
Is it really that cool? I mean, I guess I don't play enough Pokemon to actually know.
Yeah.
But
I guess.
I think I'd probably be something like that too, like water type or something.
Yeah.
Oh, hey trainer, let's fight. Oh, did I tell you that the producers of the newest Pokemon game had exclusive interviews with Michael Vick to get a more dogfight type of feel to the game?
Wow.
I mean, that's essentially all it is.
Yeah.
You're fighting with animals. Hey, in other news, are we going to have Grant and my cooking show yet?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we were going to. I mean, whenever you guys want to start that up, we can do something like that.
Cooking with Grant and Ed.
What did you want to call it? Cooking with Grant and Ed, or did you want to call it Granted Cooking? Granted, we're cooking.
Granted Cooking?
Or Granted, we're cooking.
I don't know. I feel like it should be called Cooking with Granted and Ed, but then like when we open it's just like, Granted, we're cooking. Haha, the joke we tell every single time we make one of these, and no one thinks it's funny.
No, yeah.
That would just.
We should at some point. When are you guys not going to be like bombarded with exams and stuff, or do you have any idea?
For probably 6 years, maybe.
Yeah, about 6.
6 years.
I mean,
okay.
It could be 5 years. I mean, we're pretty motivated. No, I feel like that'd be a great thing just to do on the weekends, and
yeah,
cooking with Grant and Ed.
Yeah,
and
we can look into that and start filming that sometime soon. Which, it's kind of awesome that we're teasing that with the podcast, because then that's shameless self-promotion for stuff we're working on. But anyways,
what if we made it a combination? It's like a cooking show and an ancient weapons show. So we have to use like all these super cool old weapons to cut things and like.
So like what is it called, the big ball with spikes on a chain? What's that called, Grant?
Morning Star.
Yeah, the Morning Star. So you have to like use that to cook, just like, smashing the table.
I feel like that one won't be very useful.
Okay, what type of medieval weapons would you guys use to cook?
What's that sword you have, like the ninja's katana?
A katana?
Yeah. I just want to cut things with that, actually. I really don't care about the other weapons.
So we're going to go buy a katana so that you can use it for your cooking show with Grant.
Definitely. But what would we use? Like, what would we cut with that?
Watermelons. You could do a Fruit Ninja episode, even though I feel like it's been done several times.
Wouldn't we get in trouble for that? Is that copyright?
No. People have done it. There's been Fruit Ninja. If as long as you're not using like the actual game or like saying I did this, I think you're fine. It's fair use in that sense.
Yeah.
Just like with there was a cooking show that a guy by the name of Jimmy Wong did, where they like took foods from video games and tried to make them, and they did the cake from Portal. So I turned into a robot.
Grant is currently fighting this dude on Pokemon who's wearing an inner tube and short shorts. That's it. Like, no shirt, nothing. From the looks of it, he's either 6 or Asian. Not the same. Like, not one or the other.
That's a cat, by the way.
It looks like a green cat.
Yeah, it looks like an orchid. Raptorch.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Now there's a dragon.
Okay. I guess.
Eevee. Did you name that?
Nah.
Good. I was gonna make fun of it. I guess I can.
Nice.
You do a lot, actually. That wouldn't be a change.
Switch it in.
Can we have a bash on Noah section?
Sure.
I just want to have a bash on.
What do you want to bash on Noah about?
He wears glasses. That's actually just it.
Well,
that's the thing.
So does like 75% of our, original group.
Trilogy?
Yeah. No.
Oh, wait, okay.
But sure.
Who's the original trilogy out of you, me, and Grant, and Noah?
You mean, I think it was actually you, me, and Grant, and then Noah. I know. I feel like we're the original trilogy, as far in that aspect, as far as friendship goes.
Yeah. Okay, let's put it this way. There's 6 Star Wars movies. Who's who for each Star Wars movie? Because I think I would be A New Hope.
I feel like you're better at matching people to stuff like that. So why don't you go ahead and tell us who is which?
Jonathan, you're just Padme and Anakin's love scenes from the second one.
That is beyond disturbing.
That's all you.
It's beyond disturbing.
Oh, yeah, no. Actually, Grant has a better point that you're probably just the killing of the youngling scene.
Wow. I thought this was supposed to be a bash on Noah segment, not a...
Well, it kind of is.
But it's like a bash on Johnathon and Noah segment.
Jonathan, you have to stop being so innocent and easy to get to.
I'm about to beat up a sheep.
Wow.
Let me try tail.
You can hear this, right? Grant's like, oh, I'm so proud of myself in this game. I'm beating up on a sheep.
I'm not proud.
Well, what do you have? A bunny fox combination thing? And you just threw dirt at it.
Not wrong.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, but then I'd say Grant's probably like, what would you be, Grant? You'd just be Inception, even though it's not a Star Wars movie, but maybe it is. Bum, bum, bum.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of times I like to start things and then have no idea how to finish them.
Okay, that's fine.
You shut your mouth.
So,
Your internet just
Did you just call me stealth? Because I mean, I would have to agree. You know, I was watching some guy play Assassin's Creed, and I felt like he was better because I was in the room. Not to brag, but
that's a legitimate
yeah,
thing, I guess. Good for you.
it's not actually. Okay, Jonathan, you keep asking us what new things we're doing. What new thing are you doing?
Not a whole lot. I've been working on setting up the Patreon page for the podcast, which I was going to talk about before we closed. And then just kind of, I don't know. That's been like nothing's really been new since we last hung out or anything.
See, it's kind of funny because I think it was my sister who was talking to me about this.
Whoops.
what was that?
That was my text tone.
That was pretty awesome, actually.
Thanks.
I kind of like that. Are we sponsored by?
No, we are not
them now?
sponsored by
Yeah.
Old Spice.
No, I can't do it. It was close. Oh.
Cool.
What was I talking about before we were?
You were matching those of us to the Star Wars
Oh.
episodes and who we would be.
Oh no, but after that, I was talking about how my sister said that our like cells are constantly doing the whole cell process thing of like getting bigger and splitting and then whatever and blah 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 blah.
Science.
AKA how you're not dead.
Yeah. So technically, we're new all the time. So aren't you just gonna go to bed and have that much nicer sleep, knowing that
You're gonna wake up anew tomorrow morning.
that your whole body's dying and then it's also coming back to life too.
Sure, kind of. I guess.
I guess that's not the best way to phrase it, but you get the point.
Yeah, no, I get it. That is an interesting thought.
Here's another fun thing to think about. What can you all do with 10% of battery left on your laptop?
Oh, 10%? It's interesting because you said on a laptop, you can't be as strategic with the battery life on a laptop that you can on a phone. Because, like, do you guys ever have that point where you get to, like, so much battery left on your phone, so you start to use it strategically throughout the day to make sure it doesn't die?
Oh, yeah.
Like-
You can't, like, charge it for some reason or
Yeah,
another.
yeah.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Yeah. Usually I can
tend-
edit an Excel document with 10% battery life on a laptop.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time I feel pretty good about... With my laptop, I generally just use it somewhere where I can have an outlet or have my charger, so I plug it in right away.
Mm-hmm.
But with my phone, I feel if I have 10% left, I'm more willing to let it go, run down to 4 or 5.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like, okay, maybe I'll just not use it anymore. And then I still use it.
Yeah.
And then it dies, and then I cry, and Grant comes over, and he holds me,
Okay.
and then
Game pros.
we get some cigars, and then smoke our brains away.
Sounds good.
Actually, I don't think you can do that with cigars.
I mean,
Nope.
but
Well,
I always put a little
We're
extra.
getting to about time, so I guess I'll go ahead and by the next episode, which is supposed to come out April 21st, we will have, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, launched our Patreon page, which is something that you listeners can help us out with by going to it and donating a little bit of money to help us with the financial side of the podcast. Yeah, and then as we were talking about earlier, Grant and Ed are going to be doing kind of a comedy cooking show coming up soon. We don't know,
There's no comedy in that. No comedy.
So
Okay.
serious.
Very serious.
but
cooking
it's going to be interesting nonetheless. We don't know when that's going to happen. That's just something that hopefully we do. Yeah, and then we got some videos coming out sometime this summer. So, yeah, thank you guys for listening. And again, we'll be back April 21st, and we'll catch you guys then. So,
And remember to buy Old Spice, our most recent.
Not really a
What if-
sponsor.
Just kidding. Don't buy them. Buy off-brands.
Buy the official Chocolate Dollar deodorant.
Oh yes, we should have it all be like chocolate scented, and then they'll figure out it's actually just a chocolate bar that they've been rubbing in their armpits. And then we'll probably get sued, but that'd be the best way to make the paper. Let's be honest.
You're not wrong. All right, well,
A bunch of idiots buy chocolate. Okay. On that happy note.
Yep.
Are you selling chocolate?
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys for being on the podcast, and yeah, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
As I always say.
Thank you for listening to the Chocolate Dollar Podcast. Check in next time.